Namaste and welcome to class. And thank you so much for sitting with me with your undivided attention. In this class, we're going to talk about the different emanations that you have to manage in order to be balanced. We live in a 3D dimension. What that means that we have a perception of a depth, of a height, and a width. That is the perception that form our tangible world. That is composed of two factors that give birth to a third factor. The first factor is the positive charge, like a magnet. The second is the negative charge. The negative charge is a receptor. Have you seen those magnets in U shape? The negative aspect attracts, while the positive don't attract. Right? Same way, the negative ions, the earth, it attracts. It's magnetic. It have the gravity. While the positive charge is just discharge. It releases. It gives. With these two bases that we have it in our body, we have it in our spine and represented in the Ida and Pingala flow of the spine, the one that connect to earth and the one that connect to sky. The one that connect to sky gives the charge of love, and the energy that goes towards the earth, it gives the charge of life. Life is earth, sky is love. Love and life are always interacting as two charges of the magnet. Place or fundamentals of creation. We all have that, not only in our biology, but also in our mind, in our emotions. With the dance of these two charges, we form them the possibility of evolution, movement. That movement is called prana, and that prana is in the in-breath and in the out-breath. It's attached to the molecule of oxygen. And it gives birth to a diversity of frequency, of modulations of energy. The first modulation of energy is the more tangible of all, which is your physical body. You can see, you can touch, you can smell it, you can hear it. Then there is a magnetic field that bring all these elements together. It's the one that make you attract certain things, and it's the one that make you attractive to certain things. It's the field of relationships. What comes in, what comes out, what is given to you, what you give to yourself, and what you don't want in your life. It's magnetic. But magnet without the third field, it really has no meaning. And the third field is a kind of a plasma that you have also around 2 inches from your physical body. And that plasmic body is your emotional body. And in there you have all the 9 emotions. We have talked about it with branches and ramifications and levels of subtlety. That is the intensivity that you give to yourself. The more intense you are in your emotions, you have a great, great gift. Too bad you have a little bit of a scaredness about being intense, but the discharge of your emotional self open the space for more light, for more charge to come into your cellular system. The problem is that we have judged the emotions. We don't want to feel what we really feel. When I ask people, how are you? I am fine. It's like, I'm fine. Please don't ask me how I really feel. I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to take the time to feel guilty, to feel sad, to feel anger, to feel my betrayals, my denials, and my judgments. I just bury them. I get busy. I go into my mind, and then I put a series of agendas for me to forget. And with that forgetfulness of our emotional body, with that denial, I promise you, you don't move 1 inch in your evolution, because you cannot move if you have not accepted where you are, how you feel, as ugly as it could be. And what is accepting? What really is accepting? It's just to be neutral about it, not to have any charge on it, to accept that that is part of your humanity and that is part of your emotional body. And it's so profound that it moves your entire creation. With a strong emotional health, it's not just, okay, now I feel screaming, or no, it's just in meditation, you acknowledge, I am angry. And you have the proper breath and the proper training to release that in a safe way where you're not exhausting your nervous system in the drama. But you must see it that your emotions are gathering in certain parts of the body, and if they are not embraced, they will be against you. They will hate you. They will scream. They will ask for acknowledgement. Of course, we project that in the outside in our relationships, but really without looking of what we really are doing to ourselves. If your mind is too busy, if your mind is giving you also agendas to do here and there, I assure you, you are in a state of denial of any emotion that is uncomfortable. And with that, you are going to be hunted by it. Hunted in different ways. You may not sleep. You may lose appetite. You may feel tired. You may feel that you don't want to engage in any other contact or any other emotional interactions. So the plasmic body is so sensitive. It's like a gelatin, right? You touch it and bloom, bloom, the ripples of your emotions are all over your cellular makeup, especially in hips, in intestine, in upper chest. So it's a relation. And then you have your electrical self. And the electrical self is fast, is logic, is determined, is discharging at all times, within and without. And that is your mental body. And that's around 4 inches or more, depends on the person. Now it's not like really determined, oh, this is my physical body, this is my etheric body, this is my emotional body, this is my mental body. They're all kind of communicating. All this magnetic, gravitational, plasmic, and electrical fields are always interacting in your universe. It makes the 3D for you to have the experience. Now, the electrical charge, when it's too high, it doesn't allow really the emotional body, which is a little bit more delicate, to be heard, to be seen. It oppresses. It put a judgment on it, right? And that is the great denial, the dance between the head and the emotions, the great battle of humanity between your logic and your emotions, and the results in your relations and in your biology. You cannot deny neither and favor neither. You cannot reject the emotion, neither be only in the emotion, otherwise it's way too dramatic, way too intense. You won't have the logic or the direction of in the emotional body to go. So you need both. You need your logic and you need your receptivity, your emotional body. It all depends of how much you accept each. If you judge yourself because you're judging yourself, if you want to change into something that you are not in the present moment, you are making yourself a very stressful life just for nothing. So what is the solution? You love solutions. The solution is strengthen yourself, number one. Meaning, open the space for meditation, for contemplation, for be quiet. Number two, forgiveness. Have compassion. You don't need to be so cruel, so much into, I need to do this, become that, be perfect, move forward, prove to people. Relax. This is not going to be here 500 years from now. You're just torturing yourself for nothing. Love, patience, compassion, and surrender. And third, do what you like. Give permission to yourself to enjoy the emotional body that have a great capacity of pleasure, of receptivity, of vibrating the great joy of creation. Don't miss that opportunity as you are now in the physical form. Thank you so much for sitting with me, and I'll see you in our next class. Namaste.